I read a piece by Jay Litvin about the spiritual warrior, and it stayed with me, not because I recognized myself in it, but because I didn't. He wrote about life as a battlefield, about waking up each day and stepping into conflict, internal, external, constant. He rejected the label of religious person and chose instead the image of a warrior. I understood him, but I'm not that. I've searched for the right words, not to define myself, but to avoid accepting a definition that isn't true. I've been called many things, and I've tried on many forms, but form follows function. There are moments when I walk like a king, carrying order and hachlata. There are moments when I move like a fool, almost singing, stepping forward with a kind of blind bitachon. Sometimes I stand as a craftsman, arranging tools on the table, seeing how forces connect and respond. And sometimes I withdraw completely, not out of emptiness, out of fullness. There is a figure often misunderstood, the hermit, not a man escaping the world, but the one who steps back because he sees too much of it at once. Not loneliness, but density, not silence as absence, but silence as a field where everything becomes distinguishable. That is closer to where I stand. I do not experience life as war. I don't wake up with the need to fight, to conquer, to resist. When I encounter what others call struggle, I don't feel the urge to engage it as conflict. I feel the need to separate, to distinguish, to let things fall into their true form without interference. What many call identity, I often hear as noise. People declare themselves loudly, as if reality depends on their announcement, as if saying I am this make it so. So I step back, not to disappear, but to remain aligned with what is real. Because when the noise fades, something else becomes clear. A kind of awareness that is not constructed, a fullness that does not require validation, a quiet that is not empty but precise. In that space, I don't need to decide who I am. I can see. And sometimes that seeing takes form. Sometimes it becomes movement or structure or even voice. But those are garments, not essence. They come and go. What remains is the light that allows them to be seen correctly. Maybe that is my place, not the warrior in the field, but the one who stands at its edge and understands what is actually happening. Not the one who declares identity, but the one who refuses false ones. Not silence as retreat, but silence as kli, a vessel. And the question is no longer, what am I, but something quieter and more exigent. Can I remain in this clarity and, when necessary, bring it into the world without becoming noise?